What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back with the Mega Today, guys. And today we have something special that I've had here for a little too long and I have not yet to review it. And that is the PLX Compact 1:8x24 Nova. Now, this optic for the most part has been just phenomenal, okay? Great price point, extremely clear glass. And it's a very nice FDE gold look. For the most part, that just is extremely sexy. And then last but not least, the compactness. It's extremely small, but it can reach out from that 1 to 8, and it's not big. It's very light. I love the overall just adjustment being extremely smooth on this one, because I've dealt with a lot of them that are a little tight, a little more rugged to actually make that, you know, switch overall. But making that being extremely smooth from going from 1 to 8 just simply by twisting it, but not too loose to where when you're shooting it, it's moving. I love that. A really good eye relief overall as well. I've ran this so far on the M4A1 you see here. I also ran it on the LWRCI, and last but not least, I ran it recently, if you might have seen the video, on the Q Mini Fix in 300 Blackout. Now we got a little bit of some specs here. I got to get the specs so I can make sure I say everything completely right on this bad boy. But Primary Arms killed it and knocked it out the park for the most part on this. I'm only going to be talking really good about it. The battery type is a CR2032 lithium. Of course, you got, this is a mil gun point, it says 0.1 mil. Flat dark earth is the colorway. Exit pupil diameter is a low 8mm, high 3mm. Field of view at 100 yards, low is 121 feet, and then high is 15 feet. Second focal plane, so keep that in mind as well. So when you zoom it in, and I always get this completely wrong, I'm just gonna look through it myself. So when you're at 1, so when you zoom in at the second focal plane, the reticle does not zoom in. The reticle stays the same. The reticle stays the same exact overall size. I know then with the first focal plane, that means when you zoom in, the reticle zooms in as well with the optic. So I always get those mixed up. The length is 9.2 inches. It is illuminated, but it's also etched out as well. So you can use this in the daytime with it etched, or you can use it with it illuminated. Magnification 1:8, by the way. You have a mount capability of 30mm on the tubes. Night vision, no. Objective diameter is 24. And the optic series is the PLX, which is the platinum version. You have the SLX, which is silver, the GLX, which is the gold, and then the PLX, which is platinum. Reticle is the ACSS Nova. The reticle color is red. The reticle type is MRAD. The adjustment elevation as well as windage is both 100 MOA. Turret features are capped turrets, low profile, tool adjustable, lifetime warranty, and the weight is a 16.8 ounces. Also, one thing that I don't think that was stated, or the Nova itself it's a fiber optic type of system, or fiber system, so you get a very good overall dot in daytime, daylight bright as they would call it. So it's not something that's like very low. Like when you have it on your settings, you can see it perfectly fine in the sunny daytime, and that rhymes. So with that said, it says here it features premium grade Japanese ED lenses for superior light transmission, color correctness, and image clarity, combined with an ultra field of view with 121 feet at 100 yards and forgiving eye relief, which I definitely love about this scope, because that can be, you know, definitely one of the main issues when it comes to LPVOs is that field of view. And when you zoom in, it only gets harder and harder to actually see it without seeing that what's it called, scoping, or the black circle around. You have to adjust your head to get it at a perfect distance. The eye relief on this is phenomenal. Now available with the highly popular Nova fiber wire reticle for red dot bright illumination. This also features the auto live motion sensing illumination technology, so this LPVO as well can be just left on, which is very dope. Pick it up, it's ready to go. Usually you see that type of stuff done on red dots. This can also be featured on LPVOs now. And Primary Arms also, I did a little short about it, they made their brand new auto live battery system. So if you're running an LPVO that's not a Primary Arms, a lot of their turrets actually fit like onto Vortexes and other compatible LPVOs out there. They have the list of everything that's compatible, but basically you take your turret off, your battery side, of course, turret, unscrew that, screw on theirs, put the battery on theirs, then screw theirs on top, turn your battery on, turn your turret to the setting you want the light on, and that little mechanism will cut off when it sits too idle too long, and then when motion gets brought on, it turns the battery on and makes your LPVO pretty much auto switch on regardless of whatever company it is. I think that's like some simple but very dope technology overall. With built-in target ranging mil sub tensions and moving target leads, this reticle provides a broad, intuitive tool set for engaging targets from close quarters to long range. Durable, hard coat anodized, flat dark earth surf finish, waterproof, shock resistant, and fog resistance, which is also featured on the PLX mount as well. It's a very good overall shock absorbing and 3-bolted mount, which the zero, it keeps itself maintained. And then you have an adjustable illumination that goes all the way up to, I want to say, to 10. So you have 1, then it's a circle, 2, then a circle. So it's 10 illumination settings, but really it's 20. So it's on, off. So 1, off, 2, off, 3, off, 4, off. So if you're at 10, you don't got to go all the way back around. You just go to before that, the little dot before the 10, and you're good to go. Maybe it's, let me see, can I just keep going? No. So correction there. So 10 goes to 1. So 10 goes straight to 1. So you can just keep going and going and going. So right now my dot is at the dot between 1 and 10. So I can go all the way low or all the way bright at a flick of a switch or a turn of a turret. With that said though, this has been one of my favorite optics out there. Primary Arms has been killing it lately. They're one of the, in my opinion, like leading just innovative optic companies right now, because I want to say they offer a lot of other products as well, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to affordability, budget, but also pricing and then what they're putting out, I love what they do. I own, my first LPVO ever was the SLX 1-8 Gen 2 or something like that. Then I got the Gen 3, the newer version, which was just beefy and bulky. They just upgraded, kept it like I think around the same price, if not maybe a little bit more. Then they brought in the PLX, the GLX. We also got the new GLX red dot or prism, which we'll be reviewing shortly as well. But for the most part, this thing is phenomenal. And in my opinion, I'm not a optic like expert, but the 1 on here is like a true 1 to me. It's like a 1. When you're on 1, it's like you're looking at a red dot. It's not no sort of a magnification in my opinion. It goes from 1 to 1.5, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you do have that 1.5 setting, which a little bit of zoom, still giving you that, you know, red dot capability. But I feel like it's a true red dot at 1, and then you can go all the way up to 8 if you need to go out and reach out a little bit more. LPVOs, in my opinion, are still very popular, very capable. I love red dots with magnifiers. They're definitely lighter, but with the compact model like this, it's kind of hard to beat, to go with a magnifier, unless you're just going to be super close quarters and you're, you know, maybe doing like a competition shooting and something like that, or even, you know, even home defense. I understand a red dot for that, but if it's something that you want to go hunting for and you just don't know those ranges, you can't go wrong with these. It's specifically a compact version to save yourself on some weight. Now, I wanted this to show before, you know, the differences of the two, just so you can see. It's probably gonna be hard to kind of line them up. Let me see if I can do that. All right. I mean, that's kind of good. So I want to line them up. That's, you know, it's, yeah, there you go. I could probably get it a little bit, but it's probably gonna still be a little bit off. But you can see the differences. Let me take this cap off so you can really see it. There you go. So I'm gonna say that even then, like, I guess this is actually a plus, but you can see these are lined up. The Nova, the compact, is actually up a little bit forward on this side, so it's actually even shorter than what it's appearing. I would have to kind of, I guess, do it like that, lean it that way to show you, so you can see the differences. It's a little bit of a difference, but that little bit of a difference means a lot, in my opinion, when it comes to even weight. But overall, it is a big difference, in my opinion, when running the gun. It just looks different, and it overall just handles different. But, you know, at the same time, I think that this optic is phenomenal, but I'm not gonna say that you need this optic. You don't need this optic. This is something that you could just definitely upgrade to. That optic right there, the SLX, I'm gonna say is probably bang for the buck phenomenal as well. If you want to get a little bit Gucci, if you want a little bit extra, you can go with this route as well. But 1-8 compact, you can't go wrong. Like I said, if you're someone that's on a budget, go with the SLX. But if you're someone that's got a little bit more to spend, want to clear, way clear, because the glass is definitely a big difference. From what it said, Japanese glass, I'm guessing then majorities are just assembled and like made, like as far as the overall structure is made in America. The glass must come from Japan. If you're big on that, that's something to take into accountability as well. But all their optics that they make are fully solid products that you can trust, and I've trust. And even Flannel Daddy himself, you see that he reps Primary Arms all the time. But this right here is probably their best optic in the game from Primary Arms. And this compared to, I got a Razor somewhere. Where you at? He's somewhere. Oh, there you go. When it comes to the LPVOs and like what's the Gucci LPVO, of course, people instantly jump in on the Vortex Razor. And funny thing is we got both M4A1s here, which I got to do a review on this one, so that'll be coming soon as well. But we got two M4A1s. We got, of course, the M4A1 Riz 3 and then the Riz 2. And yeah, you see there the Razor, Vortex Razor 1-6. And then you got the compact version here. You can obviously see the difference in size here. But the reason why I'm even bringing that up is this is like the Vortex Razor has became the Gucci standard, you know, like the standard, the best of the best, and the amazing LPVO that you got to get. And I'm not gonna lie, it definitely serves up its name. It's definitely one of the top dogs. Like, it definitely is phenomenal. I'm not gonna knock it whatsoever. And I just wanted to take a quick look. So there is, of course, the Vortex Gen 2, which we own there, which is the 1-6. And the price of the 1-6 Gen 2 is in line with the PLX-C Compact 1-8. But this is the newer optic. So this is the newer optic. That's the older optic. And it definitely brings in a better value overall, in my opinion, when comparing prices alongside with the compactness, alongside also with the difference of 1-6 to 1-8. There's a small difference, but there is a difference. If you want to then go to the Gen 3 Razor, the updated version, the more recent version of the Razor, that is a 1-10, which has a bigger magnification than this one, but the price, you might need to add on another rack on top of that. So with that said, yeah, just look around, take a look, but even check other videos out on this. This is a fairly new optic though. This is recently released. I want to say they just dropped this, like, they dropped it a little earlier this year, this particular one, and I'm a little late to the party, but phenomenal. And it's a second focal plane. Some people prefer the first, some people prefer the second. I believe that the Vortexes are first focal planes as well. I like both, honestly. I don't have a preference when it comes to that. Maybe because I just enjoy shooting LPVOs. I mean, I know the zooming in, it's cool here and there, but I'm cool with this one in general. And I just love the fact that it's compact. I love that. But overall, solid optic, stage 0, zooms in well, feels good, great eye relief, great weight, great size. Put it on anything. This is on a 14.5. Put it on a mini bolt gun like we did with the mini fix, or put it on a big boy DMR. That's where I might need to put it next, is on the Spear. But really, it's capable on any platform. Now, this one in particular is the Nova, so it's really meant for 5.56 and 308. Put it on 300 blackout as well, but it's specifically meant due to the actual mill system for those two calibers. So keep that in mind also. But sometimes I just do what I want to do, and I still hit the target. But yeah, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'm out. Love y'all. Peace.